I think it's time for Liverpool to upgrade in that right back area. I think it's time. I do think it's time, man. Um, Obviously, at this current moment in time, Liverpool on paper, technically we actually have three right backs if you include Joe Gomez. But they've currently got two. One of which obviously is Conor Bradley, very very injury prone. Has been a decent to average servant of the football club, since breaking through under Jurgen Klopp. You guys, if you've watched the channel before, you already know my thoughts on Conor Bradley. Do I think he's good enough? Yeah. You know what? If you're talking as like a backup player, then yeah. Like if I had an actual good right back, then yeah, I think he'd be an adequate enough fullback to have there. I wouldn't really have too many problems in regards to having him there. But if you're talking about he has to be my starting right back, forget the injuries. If he was just the starting right back, then yeah, now I'm actually okay. I'm actually okay. And in fact, I've just remembered something actually. I said Liverpool got three right backs. Technically, they've got four right backs if you include Calvin Ramsey. I don't include him because I think that's a player that Liverpool just get him gone, sell, to another club. If you want to add in a buyback clause or sell on fee or whatever, like do that. I've got no problem with that. I just don't think he has a future here at the football club. I understand everyone says, "Oh yeah, but you got to give him a chance," and this, that, and the third. Let's be honest, guys. Is he one of those players that you really look at and think, yeah, after you've been in for how long? Obviously, been injured, been out on loan, haven't played, come back in, still didn't play. Yes, Liverpool have got a new manager in. I get all of that, but does it look like that you're going to play? I'm going to say no. And if you do, it's going to be those quote unquote dibby dabby minutes kind of thing. So, do I think Liverpool should be wasting their time there? No, these are the type of players that you just sell. You just sell. And I'm not even saying he ain't gonna have a career. I'm not saying that at all. He's already got one, kind of thing. I'm just saying at Liverpool, maybe not, maybe not. But yeah, with Conor Bradley, yeah, for me, like I said, it's just yeah, he's average. Do you know what I mean? He's an average kind of player. Like you could keep as a backup kind of thing. The other player obviously is Frimpong. I mean, likes Frimpong at by Leverkusen, obviously playing in a different kind of role. As is with Liverpool, as always, they never sign players to actually play them in their positions. We always seem to invent new ones for them or get them doing kind of different things for whatever reason. Listen, I feel like with Frimpong, I feel like if you don't play to his strengths, he almost becomes kind of redundant. And again, I think we spoke about this when Frimpong signed for the football club, right wing back, playing, as a back five or a back three or whatever you want to kind of call it, almost like a right midfielder. That's his best position, in my personal opinion. It's where we saw the best of him at Bayern Leverkusen. Playing him at right back, I feel like you're then kind of limiting him in certain aspects. Playing him at right wing, I feel like you're then limiting him in certain aspects. So it's like you need to almost play him again. He's one of those like he needs to be. It needs to be just right with someone like Jeremie Frimpong, right? That's not to say he didn't have a couple of good games last season. It's not even saying any of that. It's just let's just look at it just plainly, and you can kind of see that this is a player who, yeah, he needs to play in the right position in order to kind of get the best out of him. And if he doesn't, then that's when you're going to see really the Frimpong that we've kind of seen, if I'm being totally honest with you, which is again just another average player, someone that yeah, you know what, if I if I need someone as a backup, then yeah. And I think that's Liverpool's problem across the defense. I spoke in my previous video about the Liverpool defense, and that was more looking at the centre backs. When you look at the fullback areas, it's probably equally the same. The depth, and when I talk about depth, I'm more talking about quality in depth. It's really not there. It's really really not there. You're talking about again, and it's not even trying to disrespect the players, but if they were at like Nottingham Forest, would we think any different? Probably not. I don't think we'd be sitting there saying, "Oh my goodness, like he's at Nottingham Forest, like wow, like he should definitely be." No, it wouldn't. They would look perfect in those kind of teams, right? Especially Conor Bradley, but they would just look perfect in those type of teams. So when we're then talking about Liverpool, and this is why sometimes always get confused with like standards and the way that we talk about players and stuff like that, right? I always think to myself, like, I'm looking at these two players. we're looking at heading into the season with potentially these two players. I don't know if Liverpool are going to sign another right back or not. I don't know how high on their list of priorities that is, but let's just say Liverpool don't, and they say, yeah, now we can just go into the season with these two. Again, I actually feel that's fine. That is fine, but I don't want then this wild, expectation. Oh, Liverpool got to win the league. Liverpool got to be fighting for trophies. Really? So you looked at the team and said, this team fights for trophies? Like that, this is the team that you think fights for trophies. Like that's where your mind went when we start talking about expectations, and then you, the same person, get mad. That's, I think, the more the kicker, more than anything, is like you look at the team and you think, oh, that, and you think that's good enough. Okay, fair enough. That in itself is actually fine, to be honest, if you generally believe that. But you're going to get a rude awakening, is probably what I would say there. So yeah, when I'm looking at the right back area, I'm like, I don't really know what Liverpool do there. As I mentioned, obviously, you still got Joe Gomez there as well. I don't know if he's going to stay, if he's going to go. Longer servant at the football club, has been here a minute now. We know what Joe Gomez is about on his day, and if he's not injured, he is actually pretty decent. I would say more so, I actually think his best position that I've seen him play, it's between left left back and centre back. I'm slightly leaning towards more left back, if I'm being honest with you. But if you said centre back, I don't think I can realistically argue that against you. But I'll say just maybe more preference in terms of his performances at left back. I thought they were really, really good. Really, really good. Right back, again, he can play there, but again, you're getting the same kind of quality as you do with Bradley, as you do with Frimpong, kind of thing. So do Liverpool go in for one? I don't really know. The ones I do like, I really like Ben White at Arsenal. I think he's a really, really good fullback. Someone who can also play centre back. I think that's actually quite key for Liverpool, in my personal opinion. I think I spoke about this again in the centre back segment. When I'm talking about more functional players, players who can play more than one position. We're keeping these guys in this one position. They can't play anywhere else. If they get injured, you're kind of pissed now, or you need to shift players, or different teams require different tactics and all these other various different things. Liverpool don't really have that. It's more so in the defense. So, excuse me, when I'm thinking about it, I am thinking maybe that is an area of the pitch that Liverpool do need to kind of sort out very, very quickly. And for me, Ben White, he fits that kind of mold. I don't know whether Arsenal would sell him or not. I feel like they would. I feel like he would go. I don't know, something about him tells me that he would go, but he's definitely a player that I look at and I think, well, why not sign someone like him? He can play centre back, he can play right back, he's comfortable playing in different formations as well. He's already played in quite a defensive team, so he's already got that, that kind of mentality, about him. He's played in footballing teams when he's obviously been at Brighton, kind of thing. Been at was he at Leeds? I think he was at I want to say he was at Leeds, but I can't 100% sure. 28 years of age, at this moment in time, so he's at a really, really good age. He comes in with experience and things like, he was at Leeds on loan. He comes in with the experience, obviously Premier League winning experience, which can only help Liverpool moving forward. So he's someone I like. He's someone I like. Again, the market isn't, would I say, somewhat great, and there's probably more younger players that people would probably prefer to go for. But again, he's just someone that I like, in terms of that right back position. Another one is Jules Koundé. I saw news the other day about Barcelona potentially might be looking to, let him go. Again, can play centre back, can play, in the back for France, French international. I think he's a solid right back. I know some people have their question marks about him. I get it. I do actually get it. I'm not gonna argue that with you. But I think again, he's just solid. He's Ben White. Literally, I feel like they're the same thing, exact same thing. Where I'm like, good, solid options, experience, understand about winning, understand about defending. Are they great going forward? No, I do not think either of them are that good going forward. Can they both defend? Yes. Are they both good defenders? Yes. Are they both versatile? Yes. Have they got traits that Liverpool could easily use? Yes. Pace, strength, decent in 1v1 battles. Ben White always looks like he's up for a fight in these 1v1 battles. I love it. With someone like Koundé as well, it's kind of a similar thing. Obviously been at Sevilla as well, knows how to play in different kind of formations. Again, it's just the versatility and having these kind of experienced players in the team. And again, I just think all of this stuff helps towards the team in terms of it may then be a domino effect to other areas in that defense in terms of just the overall defending in itself. So that's why I look at players like this. I know everyone likes Doué, Desiree Doué's brother. He's currently at Strasbourg. I like him. I think he's decent as well. You know what I mean? He's another one, can play centre back. He can play right back, kind of thing. So again, he's another one that I wouldn't say no to. Be like, oh, yeah, I don't really want this player. No, I wouldn't mind someone like him. But I do like Doué, I do like Koundé, and I do like Ben White. I think those are two players I'd be looking at and seeing how much I can get for those kind of two players, especially with the ages of them as well. They're going to be bringing in that experience. They're both two players who have won trophies recently. Currently Koundé's with the French national team. Looks like they're going to go all the way in the World Cup as well. So is he going to add a World Cup to his kind of, resume? I don't know. But regardless, I just think that this is an area that Liverpool, again, just need to upgrade him. Just need to upgrade it, man. I'm just kind of tired, man. You can probably tell just by watching the video. I'm just kind of tired, man. Like it's kind of the same old thing in terms of the kind of players you sign, and then it's like you don't back that up with any real quality. And this is why Arsenal won the league last season. This is why Manchester City have won the league on numerous amount of times, because they just have quality in reserve, and we just never ever have that. It's always you've got your starter, how good or bad you think they are, but you've got your starters, and then the backups are just horrendous. And you're just thinking, Jesus Christ, man, like these are the guys you're gonna have to rely on at some point in time. And you can't rely on them because they're just not good enough. And it's not their fault. That's the maddest thing. It's actually not their fault. It's the club's fault for having you here in the first place. Did you get what I'm saying? And not, kind of upgrading upon that. So yeah, that's kind of the position I'm in when I'm looking at the right back area for Liverpool. So I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Liverpool need to sign a right back? And if so, what type of right back in terms of the profile? Big up Ends, because he mentioned something in the comments about we don't really know how Iraola, would I say, wants to play. And he's 100% correct. 100% correct. Ends, big up to you, because we don't know. We don't know. So this question might be a bit more difficult in regards to what you think we need, and then determining what type of player you would like to see, in coming into your football club. So yeah, let's see. Let's just see. Obviously, the window's still long. Still got time. There's no, I guess, somewhat rush, unless there's a player who is being courted by other clubs, kind of thing. But yeah, we've got enough time to be able to go out there and sort out that right back position. Who we sign, I don't really know. Who do you guys like to sign? Let me know in the comment section. Keep the same energy. Stay blessed. Catch you guys soon.